Hey, what's up, guys? MGH here with a different kind of video today. Kind of a channel update. God, when was the last time I did one of these? In the background, FIFA 23 gameplay. We've got Arsenal against Tottenham. CPU versus CPU. I haven't got the controller. It's not me playing. Hopefully Arsenal win. That would be embarrassing, wouldn't it, if Tottenham won? But anyway, that's obviously just in the background. I wanted to talk about my channel. I'm doing a channel update. When was the last time I did one of those? Happy New Year to everyone. Obviously, I posted a video yesterday, but this is the video I wanted to post yesterday, but I thought, no, I want to get that season done with Wolfsburg, and then I'll do like this kind of New Year channel update. Oh, and by the way, I'm using mods in this gameplay as well, so all the players have real faces and stuff like that, if you're wondering. Although Gabriel has a face scan now, just out of nowhere, really. But yeah, I had a bit of a think over Christmas and over New Year, and obviously every year people have the whole New Year's resolution ideas and challenges and things they want to do in the new year. And for me, everything always seems to come back to my YouTube stuff. This is something I've been doing for, well, 14 years, pretty much. This channel was started 13 years ago in 29 days. 29 days, I think. The 30th of January 2010, I started this channel. And there's things that, you know, I wish I'd done, and there's things that I can still do. And there are aspirations and thoughts that I am aiming for still. You know, I'd still love to hit 1 million subs, and I think we can all agree that my channel has struggled over the last 4 or 5 years, doing the same content on the same game every year to grow. Now, my New Year's resolution isn't to hit 1 million subscribers, because I'm being realistic. I don't think I will. I don't think that's going to happen, and I'm okay with that because I'm making content that I love. I made a conscious decision many, many, many years ago when I think maybe more of the Ultimate Team channels were blooming, and these kind of rebuild videos and challenges and things like that. I always decided, no, I like what I do. You know, it pays the bills. I'm happy. I'm satisfied. But maybe this year I'm feeling a little bit differently. And by the way, this is completely unscripted. I haven't even made any notes. I'm just talking out loud, effectively. But what I've come to a realization that I can't really keep this going as it is right now mentally. I can keep it going numbers-wise. You know, I still get enough views. I still put food on the table, and I still pay the mortgage, and, you know, I'm able to live and be happy and you know, and relatively happy with my career, because of course being a YouTuber is insane. Like it's like a dream job, but any job you do, whether it's a dream job or a hateful job that you really hate, you're going to get tired, and the repetitiveness is always going to get to you eventually. And it doesn't matter. I mean, you can talk to anyone who has a dream job. There are still tough days and tough challenges, and you know, whilst there's many positives to being a YouTuber, one of the biggest negatives I've found over the years is self-motivation. And I think I've said this many times in the past. It's the fact that no one's telling me what to do. I don't have a schedule per se where my boss is saying you need to have this done by 5 o'clock today, whatever. Obviously, I've set myself a YouTube schedule. I like to post my videos at 7 p.m. on weekdays. And then, of course, I do Operation Arsenal after every Arsenal game. How is that offside? Excuse me? What's happened there then? But what I'm trying to say is, guys, mentally, as I'm getting older, you know, I'm turning 30 in 3-4 weeks. Doing the same repetitive thing, which it's still okay. I can bear it, but there are days where I'm just like, I'm not enjoying what I'm doing. And I'm just being completely honest with you guys, and I feel like it's maybe time in this year at least to switch it up a little bit. And it might be that I still do a career mode series like I'm doing now with the Wolfsburg one, but maybe I change it up and I don't go with the whole realistic approach, and I do some funny challenges, or maybe I do try some kind of rebuild type videos, one-off videos, or maybe I do some more real life content, and just in general, try some new things out. I guess not by choice, it's a subliminal thing, but I'm maybe a little bit terrified of trying something new. How's that offside as well? I've always done the same thing, so all of a sudden making a big change, It's not something I've done. So I guess without even knowing it or thinking about it, it might stress me out a little bit, put me out of my comfort zone. I don't do collabs. I don't really do much sponsored stuff. I just stay in my lane. I do my career mode stuff and it's fine. But I'm thinking this year I want to change it up a little bit. And the other thing as well is YouTube has always been a huge priority of mine. Of course, this is technically my full-time job, but over the last, I would say 18 months or so, I have slowly drifted away from it a little bit. I'm on social media a lot less. I barely read YouTube comments these days because a lot of them really tear you down. They're very negative, and I really appreciate all the positive comments. Of course, there's a lot of those too, but your brain is naturally attracted to negativity. It's unavoidable. I read comments, and the positive comments don't give me enough to not be sad at the negative ones. It's a very difficult balance, and I understand that negative comments don't necessarily have to be personal to me. They can just be, your content's not fun anymore, I grew up watching you and you're boring now, and things like that. But it does get to me, and I think it was about 6 months ago, in my head at least, I kind of just checked out of YouTube comments. I've always really enjoyed my Discord. Having feedback in the Discord is absolutely game-changing, and if you haven't joined my Discord yet, I'd really appreciate it. It's down below. You can type into Google discord.gg/mgh. You should be able to join that way. It's a much more friendly environment, and I get criticism on Discord as well, but it's so much more personal, and I'd really appreciate that. And of course on social media as well, Twitter being the main one. YouTube comments are full of bots as well, which is obviously not nice. But I will make a conscious effort, I think, to read comments, and I will definitely read them on this video. I welcome all feedback. What could I do better in my career mode videos? I've always felt like my career modes do a lot better when they're super ultra realistic. I'm only making signings that make sense in real life, and career modes do better when obviously I'm enjoying them. But what really sucks, and the Wolfsburg one is a really good example. I made a huge error in like episode, I think it might be episode 6 or something. I simulated one of the main games that Wolfsburg play every season with one of their main rivals. Is it Hanover? I just didn't clock it. And I feel like, because I saw some of the comments on that episode, people were killing me. And, oh man, it sucks because I'm not a Wolfsburg fan. I don't watch every Bundesliga game. I didn't know. And I was doing the whole 3 games per episode, a full month per episode. Hanover were doing bad in the league. I just simulated that game thinking it wasn't a big one. Let me just skip this for you guys so we can get into the second half. And what I'm trying to get at here is a little mistake like that, and hundreds of people switch off. They don't like the series anymore and they don't watch anymore. And it kills me because I'm genuinely having some of the most fun I've had in years with the Wolfsburg career mode. Some of the signings I've made, the game feels really good with all the mods I've got. The team I'm building is really good fun. But people won't give it another chance because I made a silly mistake, and that kind of sucks. And I've learned, again, with the Wolfsburg career mode, it's a really good example. The whole 3 games per episode, simulating a couple, making the series flow a little bit more quickly is huge. Being, 10 episodes per season is perfect, and I want to keep that. And I know some people maybe don't like that, the fact that I simulate some games, but in the grand scheme of things, it adds a bit more of an unknown entity, unknown element to the series, and I kind of like it that way. So maybe I'll keep doing that, but if people are really against it, it's just another reason that I find it very difficult to find the balance, But going into this year, I will be reading more comments, and I will be changing up the content. I've got to, because like I said, the numbers are fine. I can keep going like this. My channel's not going anywhere. It has stayed the same for years. My channel has, the word stagnate is literally what has happened. My channel has stagnated. The content is what it's always been. It's just good, old-fashioned career mode content. But I think from a mental perspective, I would really like to switch it up this season, or this year, I should say. And you know what? I am going to reach out to some of my good YouTube friends. Some of the guys that have done really well on YouTube over the years. more recent years, and ask what they did. How did they change up their content to make it more popular? How did they? Because for me, I've never tried it. I've done the odd rebuild, I've done the odd one-off challenge videos, and I always seem to fall back into doing the good old career mode series, and that might happen again. I'm not promising that what I do in the next few weeks is going to stay, but I want to try it. I need to have like a mental reset, and it's always around this time of year when I really sit down and I think about it. You know, I pump out a lot of videos, less than I used to. When I started YouTube, I did maybe 2 or 3 a day back when I was a kid in college. Things are so different now. You know, I've got so many other responsibilities. I've got family. I don't have kids yet, but I'm sure that's on the way. I'm 30 soon. And there's just other things that take up a lot of your time as you grow older. And sitting in my room playing FIFA all day just it's not something I can do anymore. So I guess that's the other element to this video. I'm older now. I've grown up with a lot of you guys. I'm sure a lot of you watching this now have been watching me for years and years and years, and you're like, holy crap, Matt, you're 30 in a couple of weeks. Yeah, it's mental, isn't it? So there will be some change, and I'm hoping it's for the good. I don't think what I do could, you know, ruin anything. It's not like you guys are going to all unsubscribe because I'm not posting career mode every single day, because career mode is still going to be the main content on my channel. I just want to spice things up and change a few bits that I do. And I think that's going to really help me mentally, because a lot of the time, you know, like today, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon right now. I've been doing, you know, adult things. And it's like, right, now I've got to go and sit down and play FIFA and kind of talk to myself and try and, you know, have some fun with career mode, which hasn't changed. And it can be draining. You know, sometimes I really don't want to do it. I don't want to sit down and play career mode. And I'm sure a lot of people will agree that gaming's fun, but it's not always the thing you want to be doing. So to conclude this video, as we're coming to the end of this football match, which has had no goals, you can expect a different MGH this year, at least from the next few weeks onwards. Just something different, a little bit, maybe different editing style as well. I might even get an editor. I haven't decided yet, because, you know, it costs a lot of money to do that, and I still want to be able to make some money, obviously. I might do a couple more sponsored things, because honestly, right, sponsors have changed over the years. It's not just throwing an ad in the middle of your video anymore. You can do some really cool stuff. Yeah, I'll look into that, but some different content. I'm going to try just some new things, and hopefully you guys are okay with that. And of course, that does mean the Wolfsburg career mode is just postponed for now. It's going to be back on the 15th, so in 2 weeks, yesterday, as you're watching this. And I'm looking forward to bringing that back, because we're going to be going into Season 3, Champions League. And yeah, let's just see how I get on. I'm probably going to post a little bit less in the next 2 weeks. I'm going on holiday next week. I might do some just random one-off videos for a couple of days, you know, and just see how it goes. But I appreciate your time. Happy New Year to all of you. Hopefully everyone kind of understands where I'm coming from, and I'm being honest and open. Nothing's wrong with me. I just kind of feel like I'm going to try something new. So that's where I'm at, and I will see you guys for a new video very soon. I don't know what it's going to be, and that's the beauty.